I've got massive ETF news for you. BlackRock files to have their Bitcoin spot ETF updated to in-kind redemption. This is huge. I'll give you the details. And we got more Bitcoin and XRP and Litecoin ETFs being filed by big players. A bunch of applications put through. This is bullish. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Okay, folks, I want to give you an update on global liquidity because we've talked about how all markets, all assets are correlated to global liquidity. And we are starting to see global liquidity move up again. There was a big slowdown when it came to the end of 2024. And as I've been telling you guys that the Janet Yellen at the Treasury, she's going to do liquidity injections. I believe the Fed is going to go back to QE. I've been sharing news about other central banks around the world, like the Bank of Canada, talking about getting back to QE. And, you know, from a macro perspective, over the past couple of years, I've been telling you guys the path that we're headed towards, the destination is QE, right? First, they were going to pause rates, then they'll start cutting rates, and then they have to print money to service the debt because they keep raising the debt ceiling, right? This is the fiat money system, and all central banks do the same thing. So this is what drives the prices of assets, crypto, stocks, precious metals, and more, real estate as well. So we're starting to see a bit of a V-shaped recovery on the global liquidity, and shout out to Crypto Currently, who gave the side-by-side comparison here, showing that Bitcoin has a 2 to 3 month lag with this. So this is a very good sign. It means that we are going to get ready to pump like crazy, and I believe more liquidity is going to come in as central banks around the world have to deal with all the debt problems they're in, the inflation problems. They're stuck in a rock and a hard place, especially the Fed. So they're going to go back to printing money, and Janet Yellen at the Treasury is going to be injecting a ton of liquidity. So keep an eye out on all these things, but this is very good. The other factor is the DXY is starting to break down. And the DXY breaking down is, of course, very good for risk assets. And there's also a correlation with global liquidity. When global liquidity is rising, the DXY is losing value and vice versa. So, guys, the table is being set here for the next pump and this bull market continuing. There hasn't been any invalidation of the bull market. The bulls are in control. We just have to be patient, as we just had a buy the rumor, sell the news event with the Trump inauguration. And in addition, I want to share this great chart from Bob Lucas, great analyst. He highlighted the S&P 500 saying just week 2 of a new cycle for stocks, picture perfect cycle action, this bull market. For those of you listening, he's showing an upside that the S&P 500 is going to go to near 6,800. And what we've seen is that the stock market has been a bit of a leading indicator as to what's coming with crypto. So the table is being set here. I hope you understand what I'm saying, right? Global liquidity on the rise. DXY is correcting, stock market is starting to look bullish, and Bitcoin and crypto are going to follow. So we're seeing some very, very bullish setup here, guys. Really, really amazing. And a big indicator for the altcoins is Ethereum. I've been telling you guys that there's been a lot of FUD around Ethereum. It has underperformed so far this market. A lot of people are giving up on Ethereum. I see the negative comments and sentiment on social media, but the charts don't lie. All feelings, all bias, all emotions aside, the charts look very bullish. A couple of analysts are calling for a breakout, guys. And first is Crypto Wizard saying an explosion is coming. Mark my words, ETH is gearing up for the most hated rally ever. It may be even more hated than what happened with XRP, but I think XRP's rally was even more hated because Bitcoin maxis were going crazy. So he says here, the inverse head and shoulders I gave 35 days ago is maturing. A breakout above 4,000 will trigger an explosive rally to $5,000. Keep shorting bears. And you got the Titan of Crypto, another analyst, gave a great chart update saying Ethereum $7,000 is inevitable. The hate and FUD surrounding ETH at an all-time high, but markets love to surprise. Those who jumped ship out of frustration might regret it in the coming weeks. He's spot on. The same thing happened with XRP. And once again, not our feelings, not our emotions, but what is the chart telling us, guys? And even if you don't hold ETH and you hate it, and for whatever reason, the charts are setting up here. And we've often talked about the rotation of liquidity throughout the crypto market, starting with Bitcoin and down to the alts. And the rotation of liquidity will hit Ethereum and it will run. Every dog has its day in this bull market. This is why there's so many great opportunities in crypto to make significant returns. And I'm glad I bought at the lows in the bear market. I educated myself about the markets and how all these things work. And now my portfolio is up. Even my ETH portfolio is up, even though it's not as up as XRP or Bitcoin and the others. It's still up because I bought in the bloody bear market when the majority of people are scared and they don't understand what's happening with the market cycle. So this is important. We see ETH run because it's also great for the other altcoins further down on the list. And no bias, guys, just the charts and how we've seen the market run before. So really big. Now, here's another bullish indicator. Jim Cramer, the mad money man himself, today tweeted out, "Too overbought. Have to keep peeling away stocks for the trusts." The man is saying the markets are overbought. So you know what's going to happen. We're going to pump, guys. It never fails. Inverse Cramer. It's unbelievable, guys. I'm so bullish. The stars are aligning. The markets, global liquidity, DXY, Jim Cramer, and we are in the final phase of the bull market, the fifth wave. And when I say that, sometimes people think, oh no, we hit the top already. No, I said the final phase. I didn't say the blow off top is in. The blow off top happens in the final phase, and the final phase can last from months to almost a year. So understand what I'm saying here, that this is the year to be taking profits, and make sure you have a profit taking plan. Guys, a quick word from our sponsor, and that is Uphold. Uphold is a great platform I've been using for years, since 2018. They have Bitcoin and all the top altcoins on their platform. They have 300 plus cryptocurrencies you can buy, sell, trade, and they're available in over 150 countries, guys. They support many fiat currencies. And recently they launched Uphold Rewards, which allows you to earn up to 5.25% on your stable coins. So this is a great product to earn yield in a safe way. I interviewed the CEO of Uphold. We talked about where's the yield coming from. So there's no shady stuff here. They're not lending out your funds and much more. But participating in the rewards program also gives you not only high yield, but also 24-hour early access to new tokens and exclusive crypto insights. And how do you participate? You have to open the app once per month, deposit $50 once per month, and trade $50 once per month. So pretty easy. And the stablecoins they support include USDC. That's the one you get 5.25% on. And you get 5% on Circle's USDC, Ripple's RLUSD, and PayPal's PYUSD. Really great. I love this. And that's a great way to earn. You can park some of your profits and earn, guys. It's really awesome. So if you'd like to learn more about Uphold, go to the link in the description. Now, guys, check out this news from CNBC today. And it's along the lines of what we've been talking about this week. It says Trump crypto plans have Wall Street CEOs ready to jump into digital assets. What a headline. Guys, we've been talking about all the bank CEOs that have been at Davos this week, Bank of America, State Street, Morgan Stanley, you name it. They all want crypto. And of course, yesterday we got the repeal of SOB 121, which allows them to now participate and jump into crypto. So they are going to be buying. They're going to be accumulating as much as possible. And of course, they're going to sell it to their institutional and retail clients. We are entering into an epic phase of adoption of crypto that the world's largest institutions, banks, are now going to be able to do it. And of course, we have the biggest banks in the United States, right? JP Morgan, Bank of America, and others. So get ready, guys. This is just huge. So I'm not going to go through all the details because we talked about it, but because of the repeal of SOB 121 yesterday, look at what just took place today with BlackRock. Nasdaq files to change BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF to allow for in-kind redemptions. What does that mean? The BlackRock ETF holders can then redeem their Bitcoin in Bitcoin, because before it was in cash. So if you wanted to redeem, they give you the cash value. Now you can actually get the Bitcoin. This is incredible and so bullish. And I'm going to get some ETF experts on the podcast to explain it further. But make no mistake about it, that means they have to be sure they have the actual Bitcoin, They have to buy that Bitcoin and hold it, guys. Incredible, incredible stuff. So, Nasdaq, on behalf of BlackRock, is pursuing a potential change to the asset management firm Spot Bitcoin Exchange Traded Fund to allow for in-kind redemptions instead of cash. Nasdaq filed an amended rule filing on Friday that would allow for redemptions and creations in kind for the iShares Bitcoin Trust, according to a Form 19B-4 filing. Here's a quote from that. The exchange now proposes to amend representations regarding the trust's creation and redemption process as set forth in the previous rule filing to list and trade shares, specifically to allow for in-kind transfers of the trust's Bitcoin. According to the new filing, the proposed in-kind transfer process will be an alternative to the trust's current cash creation and redemption process. Very bullish, guys. And you know they're going to do this for Ethereum and the other altcoin ETFs when they come along. Now, speaking of other altcoin ETFs, Grayscale filed for a Solana ETF with the New York Stock Exchange. So I believe they're going to do more. I believe they're going to do XRP eventually. They also filed for Bitcoin Adopters ETF. So this would hold companies that have adopted and or taken substantial measures to adopt Bitcoin as an asset for corporate treasury management. So MicroStrategy, Tesla, and any other company that has added Bitcoin to their balance sheet. Now, Coinshares has filed for a spot Litecoin ETF. Litecoin, blast from the past, very much like Bitcoin, of course, proof of work. Has a bit of faster transaction time, but hasn't gotten much adoption. It did back in 2017, but there are so many other competing blockchains now which are faster, cheaper to use, and much more. But look, it's still around. I still have some Litecoin from back in the day, so I'm happy about this. You know, it means it will help the price of Litecoin to go up. But I'm not, buying Litecoin at all, or really interested in the project. But it's just a blast from the past. But Coinshares also filed for an XRP spot ETF. So we continue to see the XRP spot ETFs piling up. This is huge. It will be very beneficial for the price of XRP. Clearly, the market thinks this is going to get approved because they've been filing for XRP and Solana ETFs left and right. And I think it's going to happen this year, guys. We saw some folks were filing for futures. There was some leaked information that the CME is about to list Solana and XRP futures. So what we've seen with the SEC, you need the futures before the spot gets approved. Now, that's not inherently the process, just the SEC did that with crypto. But I think that, those futures are going to be right around the corner. And as Paul Atkins comes into office at the SEC, you're going to see these things approved. So guys, get ready. As I said at the beginning of the podcast, this is the fifth wave. This is the year to be prepared to take profits. We're going to see new all-time highs. We're going to see euphoria, extreme greed. All these things will return. This market is going to rip and melt faces, but we will be looking to take profits, guys. Remember, the bull markets never last forever. And at any point you get in your mind, oh, I don't know, Tony, this time was different. Go look back at all the speculative bubbles that have happened in history. Go back to the tulip bubbles. Go back to the 1999 dot-com boom, right? The internet. How could that bull market end? It ended because macro factors, liquidity, rate cycles, all of these things. The markets don't sit in a dimension by themselves, just doing their own thing. And regardless of what's happening in the world, they just keep going. Come on, right? Don't fall into that trap. Use logic, use reasoning, go study the charts. These things don't last forever. It's boom and bust. So just be prepared. Now, some of you are now going to say, oh, I'm not taking profits. I'm holding for future bull markets. That's fine. But if you want to walk away from this bull market with money to get financial freedom, eliminate debt, boost your retirement, upgrade your lifestyle a little bit. And I'm not saying we're going to be billionaires, right? I'm not saying that, but we want to walk away from this market with profits that we can use that money to better our lives. And if you're looking to do that, you don't want to miss the bull market and end up in the bear market where you have nothing to show for it, right? And you're just riding the waves. And man, bear markets are not fun. But if you have money, they're good. You don't have to worry. You can know that, man, I took profits. I'm good. I can do some stuff with the money and I can reinvest in the bear market and build my pot and grow the pot bigger, right? That's my plan as well. So just Think about these things, guys. I hope this is helpful for you. Now, we got some very big news around Propy, which is the Web3 company bridging real estate to the blockchain. And I've interviewed the CEO and founder, Natalia Karyaneva, many times. I'm a Propy token holder, so I believe in this project. I believe they're ahead of the curve versus any other company in getting real estate online, tokenization, and all these things. So it says here, the headline, real estate firm Propy is rolling out crypto-backed loans to buy houses. Bitcoin and Ether holders can get loans to acquire tokenized properties and use their crypto as collateral. Guys, this is the future. This is the future. It's amazing. So Propy is selling a tokenized condominium in Hawaii on January 29th. The real estate firm offers buyers the possibility of taking out a loan and is accepting Bitcoin and Ether as collateral. The complete tokenization process takes about 2 weeks. Now, see, they're going to crawl, walk, and then run, right? So this is the crawl phase. They're testing it out. You got to get the people educated, the buyers and sellers educated. You got to get the real estate industry educated. But it's all going to be in blockchain. And Propy allows you to buy and sell properties, and all of it is done on the blockchain. And you can buy with crypto and much more, guys. It's incredible. I'm so excited, especially when you have a big asset class and industry like real estate, and then you bridge it to crypto, whether it be the use of crypto as payments or tokenization. I've often said over the years that we're going to see real estate tokenized and fractionalized, where it will open up a global market and people can go buy shares of the Empire State Building and different buildings and things like that. And we've seen all these assets are tied to global liquidity. As long as they keep printing money, the value is going to keep going up, right? So this is the opportunities that open up, and I will let you guys know if I start investing in any type of tokenized real estate. I still think there's a need for additional regulations. As Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, said this week, he wants the SEC to greenlight tokenization of stocks and bonds. They're going to have to do it with real estate as well. So it's all coming, guys. We just got to be patient. Now, guys, this week we saw Donald Trump sign the crypto executive order. We have a pro-crypto government now. And look at this, A16Z said they're going to cut their UK office and move back to the US. So pretty big. Binance former CEO and founder CZ says, as the US becomes more business friendly again, other countries must work harder to retain its business attractiveness. A16Z cuts UK crypto plans as it shifts focus to Trump-era US opportunities. So this is great news. Those businesses that left, the capital that left can come back. And this is what we've been talking about for a long time, that this industry and technology is going to be very beneficial economically for the United States. Now, I'm speaking as a U.S. citizen, right? So some of you listening in Europe and in other places, you're going to be like, well, we don't want them to leave. But, we all got to do what we got to do based on where we live. So my perspective is going to be, from the United States. But incredible stuff, guys. I am so bullish. Gosh, I'm so bullish, guys. I'm excited. We're seeing incredible adoption of crypto. The banks are here. Regulations are coming. We got a pro-crypto president, pro-crypto Congress, pro-crypto SEC chair, pro-crypto secretary of the Treasury, and more. Exciting times, guys. And I'll remind you once again, have a cash out plan. Know what you're doing. If you don't care about profits and you're like, hey, I'm holding for whatever reason, I'm not taking anything, that's fine. Nothing against that. But I know the majority of people watching and listening want to make money. So just have a plan. Make sure you're subscribed to my email newsletter. It's 100% free. It's on Substack, where I include a lot of data and insights on the market and where we're at in the market and what signals and indicators are flashing, if we're near the top zone, and much more. So stay up to date. Obviously, I'll be sharing that in the podcast episodes, but have the newsletter as a backup, and where you can reference it at any point. It's sometimes a bit easier because you can go pull up the charts in the newsletter, right? So guys, just make sure you subscribe there. And a great way you can support me is by grabbing a copy of my book, Rethinking Crypto. It's available on Amazon in paperback and digital. Buy a copy for yourself. Buy a few copies for your friends and family. Help them to learn about crypto. Knowledge is power. And if you bought a copy already, please leave a rating and review. It will help out my rankings. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you all later.